night's sleep. Did you sleep well? Are you hungry? Whoa, that is some hair. My only complaint is that there was so many slugs crawling all over the tent all night long. Like insane quantities. I would wake up and there would be like 30 slugs. Big ones. That big. Always gotta dry off all the water from the tent fly. These are what I'm talking about. These slugs are everywhere. So you see all those little silvery tracks? Nasty. And this is a small one. Time to go outside. Well, time to go to Amsterdam. Now, you may be like, I don't think you're getting to Amsterdam today. And well, you're right. It's over 200 miles away. So you're right, I'm not getting there today. And looks like it's gonna be maybe nasty weather today. Haven't really checked the forecast, just going off of the visual eyeball forecast. It is not super promising. It is starting to get quite accurate that Germans don't speak English nearly as much. The ratio of them like trying to talk to me and then me going American and then going nah is pretty high. Today it's 3 out of 4. Literally, they all made that similar movement right now. Forget it, because I don't speak English and you don't speak German. In reality, the next kind of big city is Bremen. It's one of those 3 city-states of Germany. It's about 3-ish days away, 53 miles. We'll just head that direction. And then Amsterdam, I just checked, is around 240 miles. It's quite a bit longer. Yucky weather. 6.55 miles in today, 1:47 p.m. Still just walking through suburbia, kind of outskirts of the effects of Hamburg still, I believe. I'm sure this is a uniquely named town, but it's just houses. Hey buddy. The wind ruins this audio, that's okay. We're about 9.61 miles in today at 3:22, nearing another little grouping of houses. This little community is named Hopkinson. Looks like they have a market, a lounge, a pizza shop, shoe store, bike racks, and a church, and a lot of other stuff. Hope you've enjoyed the tour. Got hit by that squall right as we left town. All of its available sort of things to get cover under. Bad timing. 3 minutes later, umbrella's back out. So far it hasn't ever rained hard, but it's never really stopped raining that much all day. It's been a pretty open place to get caught in the rain. Well, the rain has stopped. Right as I made it to the woods, I was hoping to take cover. I guess it's still better to be here, still better to have it not raining at all. I feel like the ground is still dry here. There's like this mist that was blowing in from the side. So this much tree cover would have worked perfectly. Why complain when you have a cute dog and you're privileged enough to be walking across Europe in your free time? Fortunately, we just lost our dedicated pathway. And the fact that I'm really surprised that this road doesn't have one tells you how much and how often Germany does have them. It's near universal, so this is really surprising. We've had one all day up until this point, so that's something to be grateful for. Yeah, usually roads of this size definitely have one, especially with all the space they have next to it to go and build a path. I miss it already. At least it's not raining too, because then I usually have the umbrella kind of in front of me, making it kind of hard to see. That's always where the rain comes from. So that's another thing to be grateful for. I'm not in a trying to find gratitude moment thing mood today. Just thought that popped into my head. Jack. That was Mooney. She's from Thailand. I'm pretty sure that's what she said her name was. There might be some subtle pronunciation things that I'm getting wrong. In fact, there probably are. She was extremely enthusiastic about just what we were up to. Just so positively over the moon about it. Hard to describe, honestly. But Sweet lady, really sweet. She gave us a couple euros, which is very nice. Totally unprompted, of course. I'm sure this field is harvested as hay, which is basically just grass. But at this stage, it just looks like the world's biggest field, like that someone just owns of like grass, someone's biggest yard. And I want to buy it and live here forever. I love it. Love the open space for some reason. How can you not just love that much open space where you can just walk around and it's perfectly flat, goes on for forever. And this is a version of paradise. Green fields. And it's just, it looks like lawn length. It's perfect. A lot of versions of perfect, and this is one of them. Walking to Spain. Was that nice? We got our pathway back, and the relief is palpable. Especially for Jack, who loves pathways. I think this is the town we're approaching. Very small affair. It seems like it's got a nice vibe to it. Very sweet and pleasant. Real small town, country lane, downtown. Currently 7:22, and we've gone 15.9 miles. So we're actually sort of getting close to looking for a place for tonight. Here's an update on my thoughts about how far I should travel. If you want to go 500 miles in 30 days, you need to average 16.67 miles a day. So that means in a 90-day stint, I'd walk 1,500 miles. Incidentally, this is one of the best maintained small country lane throughways I've ever seen, ever. The landscaping is immaculate. The houses are very clean and orderly. This is unbelievably nice. Okay, back to what I was saying. 500 miles a month seems like a healthy pace. I like that. But since there are days where I only walk 11 because I'm perusing a town, or if there's bad weather, I think my full days, like today, where really nothing happened except I woke up, dedicated the whole day to walking, I think I should try to get like 17 to 18. So that's my current thought. Just need to show you a little bit more of this town. Got a great pathway. Street's nice, houses are quaint, the farms, it's an actively used farming community. There's a tractor going right there. All the landscaping, everything is very clean. All the houses are neatly appointed. This is a very impressive street. This sign gives information about this little town, which is called Arendsmoor. It's no longer its own municipality, and it's been absorbed by the one next to it, and it was 1972. But it was founded in 1802 by some English people, or at least partly by some English people. It's so nice. Wow. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite kind of picture. Late golden sunlight mixed with green fields and trees and dark brooding skies, but off in the distance where they're not gonna hurt me. I kid you not, the impact is like laughing gas. It's just like this bubbly happiness that just wells up and I'm powerless against it. There's nothing I can do. I love it with all my heart and soul, and it just fills me like gas. Yeah, but not that kind of gas. But like how gas fills a container, air, unlike a liquid. It fills up the container, so it spreads to all the edges. It's barely contained within my skin. All the times they were rained on today, I can't remember them at all. This is just perfect. Believe it or not, I was ready for sort of a more adventurous night, if you want to call that. One where I've got to find a place and scope it out, and I don't know, it just sounded fun to get back to that, because I've slept inside or with somebody's permission for the last 5 or 6 nights in a row, and I'm telling you what, it's getting old. Kidding, but only sort of. Anyway, we're way out in the countryside. I figured I can finally do my thing where I just go out amongst the fields, not trampling anything, of course, but get on the edge and just call it good. But I was like, well, I might as well check the websites. Checked warm showers, nothing in the area. I was like, score. At least I checked. And then I checked One Night Tent, which is the website that I occasionally use. Like last night I used it, successfully found a host. And there was one right up here in this town. Go figure. And then it was already 7:30 by the time I messaged them. I was like, hey, just wondering if we could use the offer you got of the space in your garden, what they call yards here. I was like, I understand it's super late notice, so don't worry if it doesn't work out. And she answered within like 10 minutes. I was like, that's fine. Look forward to seeing you. So literally, people of Germany are too nice, because I kind of wanted to just wild camp tonight. Live on the edge a little. But I'm not gonna, because I already told her I was coming. It's okay. Weird thing to complain about. First world problems. This is the town that ended up absorbing into its municipality the last town I was in, Alderstedt. I think the word Stadt means city. I wonder if Stedt's like small city. I think there's like a pizzeria, kebab place, and I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna see if we might be able to nip in for a little bit before heading to Catherine's house. How do you get a whole town to buy in on being perfectly clean? It's farming paradise. It's a farming utopia. Everything is perfect. Shutters are all painted. Pathways are not weedy. It's just perfect. Morning. Looking fabulous. I think I got a text from her. I don't know why I phrase things like that. Obviously, I know I got a text from her. I saw it. She said she was asking if we would like breakfast. So I think that's the plan. Stop it back up. Okay, leaving Catherine and Philip's house / street. They're really easy to talk to for me. They renovated their house like I did, which made it easy to have similar interests. They're just real funny, real talkative, had a lot to say. And I got to learn a lot about like stuff you'll only hear from Germans about Germany. I don't know, it was a good time. It was a good time. We're gonna try to get further down the road today, a little closer to Amsterdam. And I think we'll be on kind of backcountry roads for much of that time until we get to Bremen, which is quite a large city. But until then, we got some lanes to look forward to. Some of those country lanes I'm so fond of. So let's go find them. I don't know which way to go. Gotta pull out my maps. Even the parking spot lines are made of different colored pavers rather than just paint. Like I said, this place is a little utopia. They got fresh produce and happy neighbors, and it's just amazing. Some towns in America have like their 200-year anniversary, right? 900-year anniversary, from 1105 to 2005. It's like this old telephone booth is now a little library, which is awesome. Old windows, there, right there. Beautiful building. I'll admit, I'm still confused on why some of these agricultural buildings that aren't silos need to be so tall. I know there might be something called a grain elevator. Why does the grain need to be elevated so high? So much higher than the silos are. My newest break time activity, instead of YouTube, is brushing Jack. I don't know if you can see all these clumps of fur. That's just it from every time I clean out the brush. I've been doing this for, I don't know, a couple days now. Still feels like I get up, get out is almost as much fur every time. Maybe I'm gonna accidentally make him go bald. I think that's my dream house. It's a perfect sunny day here in Deutschland. It is 1:49 p.m. 5.56 miles in so far today. I think that's a pizza vending machine. By the way, we're 8.28 miles and it's 3:05. Regular pizza, pizza vending machine, which is 24 hours a day. It's got to be terrible working conditions for the guy trapped in that little box making your pizza fresh. That must pay him really well to work in such a small space. We've reached another town, hence the pizza joint. This one's called Hieslingen. It's big enough to have a couple grocery stores. Small ones, but hopefully they've got some bread because I'm actually out of food. I'm hungry. I had breakfast this morning, which is great. Now it's 3 o'clock. And Tango Hombre. That is an impressive display. Tell me it's not. Tell me you don't find that impressive. And I will call you dishonest. It's watermelon for me today. That's what was speaking to me in this grocery store. Isn't that right? It's official. The outside of this closed Chinese restaurant. I booked my ticket back home. It's kind of sad. This one has gone by very fast. This whole trip has gone by very fast. I kid you not, this town is named Seven, but with a Z instead of an S. I really like that. That is a very nice building. I just like looking at it. That's a good thing. Terrible news. Just terrible news. It's late again. It's already 7:30, nearly. And there's a town about 7.5 miles away that has a one-night tent host. I messaged him just to give myself the option. If he said yes, or like to at least know. And I just messaged him and he immediately responded and said yes. So that means we gotta make that 2-hour walk. And I'm sure it'll be a good experience. As long as I just responded and told him we wouldn't get there probably about like until 10:30 because it is so far. So we'll see if he goes, no, that's too far, I got kids or something. He probably won't, given how fast he responded. Let me route out my way there and then we'll start plugging away. I've never seen a town with a sandbox downtown. Seven's also a big enough town that it has like a downtown, but only for pedestrians or bicyclists, no cars zone, which I love. 12.25 miles in today, 7:28 p.m. It's a little emptier than I would expect. Those are bowling pins, which I've never seen art out of. Alright, this piece of art right here looks like they took the road pavers and then turned it into a wave. I think that's the effect that it's supposed to be, because like it's missing pavers below it in a perfect square and down to where it would arguably sort of lay down if it were flat. I've never seen anything like that. This town's got style. Not only is it quaint and nice and neat looking, they just do some unique stuff. Car made out of bricks. Good news, we heard back from the dude, from the gentleman. His name's actually not listed, so I couldn't tell you what it is. But his house was 7.7 miles away, which means we'd get there probably around 11. Late. But he has a friend who wants to register his house on one-night tent, just has yet to do so. Pause. And his friend seems like he's also open to us staying there, according to the first guy. And his house is only 4-something miles away, which means we can get there by like 9:30. That's what we're going for. And then the first guy said we can drop by tomorrow if we want, just to say hi and maybe have a meal or something. So maybe we'll do that. We probably will. Because visiting a place is all about the memories you have along the way, most strongly influenced by the people you meet. It's weird, the only thing I want to do is brush Jack's fur until all of it is silky smooth. That's just, it's like a goal of mine and just sounds so much fun. Maybe fun's the wrong word, but it's just what I want to do. So if there's a sense of progress about it. New fencing style alert that I haven't shown you guys yet. I think this has been popular for a little while now. It's just like woven in and out of metal like that. That's what it looks like when it's bare. And it's a popular style lately. Two things. Jack found an apple. Didn't you, Jack? Jack, I need you to demonstrate that you found an apple. There you go, good demonstration. And we're in a little grouping of houses called Wiestedt on the internet on satellite. I think it's called WeStat in real life too. 15.63 miles, 9:01. I think we're about a mile and a half-ish away from our casa tonight. 16.73 miles, 9:29 p.m. You know, I just realized Jack hasn't wanted a ride for several days now. He's never lagged behind. He's always rip-raring up ahead, so I hope it's here, his betterness is here to stay. We also take more breaks and don't go as far generally, which I think can contribute to his just energy levels, so I think I'm doing good stuff. I kid you not, something smells exactly like cotton candy. I haven't the foggiest clue what it could be out here in the middle of the woods. Maybe some chemical they use to clean the train tracks? It's a very green road. Took a long time to find that word. Here's the garden, aka home base for tonight. We got a well. No, barbecue. That looks like a well. We got a swing. We got a potted plant. Yeah, it's a really nice place. The house was built in the 40s. And I think he said he clad the original brick in this wood exterior. I'm not sure if it was purely for aesthetics purposes or if it has some functionality as well, like insulation or protecting it from the rain. But he said he did all the work himself. He bought the house 25 years ago. His name's Arend. Really nice guy. He's gonna let me take a shower too, which will be nice. That's Luna. She's about 6, apparently. And she likes playing with Jack almost as much as he likes playing with her. It looks like she can handle him too, because Jack has a lot of energy to play with dogs. I'm glad she can deal with it, you know. Got to take a shower. Controversial decision. I changed back into the same shirt and pants, but I only have 3 sets of clothes, so I want to make them last longer than wearing them for one day each. Because I just don't know how often I can find a washing machine. He let me take a shower. As someone who's showered in more people's homes than most people, I'm beginning to understand some of the common things you see. There are little rubber nipples on most shower heads, and a lot of times they get accumulation of like hard water deposits. So if you just kind of rub your fingertips over them, it opens up the water flow. So I did that for him. I wish I could like know if he notices, because it needed it real bad. And I think we're ready for nighttime. Jack was playing with Luna for kind of a while, very aggressively, so he is still coming down off his high. I love the decor in here. I mean, he doesn't live particularly close to the beach, but that's sort of the vibe he was going for, I think.